Hey everybody, how's it going? Today I want to go over 16 tips and tricks that you should know while playing PUBG. Number 1, car brake lights. You may not know this, but there's a good way to tell if someone's recently been in a car or not. If you're driving your car and you come to a complete stop and you get out, the car's brake lights will remain on for a time until eventually they turn off. However, if when you get out of the car is barely moving at a very slow speed, it will come to a stop on its own and the brake lights will go out. If you ever see a car with their brake lights on, you know someone has just gotten out of that vehicle recently, and so you can know that someone is very close nearby. Number 2, you can safely start running at 0.5 seconds and still get the heal in time. You can move before the heal is completely finished. This will help if you're trying to escape from the zone or if you have to escape from someone that's coming around the corner. You'll have that half a second to get moving and you'll still get that heal. Number 3, when unequipping a weapon from your inventory, the attachments don't automatically unequip. The attachments will remain on that gun, so when you drop the weapon, all of your attachments go with it. What you have to do is drop the attachments individually and then drop the gun. Number 4, drop velocity over 230. When making your drop, if you have a velocity over 230, you will get a significant boost when parachuting down to the ground. You can see in these examples here, the example that's not 230 miles per hour, my speed is very slow as I first make that pull on the parachute. When I have a 230 velocity or more, I get an increased drop before my parachute is fully deployed, which makes me get to the ground faster. Number 5, you can control the pitch of your motorcycle in the air. Using the right thumbstick on the Xbox controller, you can push up and down to control the pitch of your motorcycle while you're in the air. This will help you try and keep this thing under control and try and not crash or land on your front tire when you're making a jump. And you can also do some pretty sick back flips and front flips. Unfortunately, I don't have much video on this because it's not something I regularly try because motorcycles are a death trap. Number 6, if you flip a car and it's stuck on its side, you can use a frag grenade at just the right angle to flip the car back right side up. Unfortunately, I don't have a capture of this because it's very hard to replicate, but if you do end up flipping your car on the side and you have a frag grenade handy, it's worth a try to try and flip it over, especially if you're trying to get to the zone. Just make sure you're not inside the grenade blast radius at the same time. Number 7, motorcycles are very dangerous. If you have any other options beside a motorcycle, it's probably best to take it, unless you're crazy confident with the motorcycle at all times, because what seems like a pretty easy little jump to handle can end up getting you killed, as you see here. Number 8, you can hold your breath while aiming down sights, even without a scope. This also gives you a 2x zoom factor. Many people might think that only sniper rifles let you hold your breath with the LB button. However, if you try it with an assault rifle, it also steadies your aim and uses the breath meter. This also gives you a bit of zoom, which lets you focus a little bit more. Number 9, you can change your sensitivity settings per scope, as well as the aim acceleration and some other settings in the settings menu. So the settings menu is kind of hidden. You have to push start and then hold start once you're on the inventory screen and then go to settings. There you can change the sensitivity per scope. So if you feel like you have no shot at hitting somebody with an 8x or a 15x scope or even a 4x scope, you can lower your sensitivity on those scopes individually just to give you a little bit more control. I would also recommend putting your aim acceleration down to 0, as this allows you to have a more consistent sensitivity throughout. Number 10, the grids on the map represent 100 meters each. Now this is important because assault rifles and sniper rifles are all zeroed in at 100 meters by default. You can change the zeroing while you're aiming down your sights, but it's important to know that if someone's at 100 meters and you put your crosshair right on them, you should hit them. If they are further than 100 meters, like 200 or 300, you'll either have to zero your gun or you can go ahead and aim a little bit higher to account for bullet drop. Number 11, use RB to look around you without actually moving your body. This one's probably known by every single player, but maybe there are some new players that don't actually know this. But while you're running or while you're just sitting still, you can actually use RB to look around you without actually moving your body. So you can keep sprinting or you can keep completely still while you're checking your surroundings. In third person mode, this works a lot better. In first person, you can only look as far as your head would normally go. But this is especially useful if you're laying prone or if you're sitting and you don't want to have any movement to cause any attention your way. You can still check your surroundings and see if anyone's coming behind you. Number 12, you can punch out tires. Now this might not be useful in everyday situations, but if for some reason you're sneaking up and you see someone's vehicle and you don't want to actually waste your bullets to shoot out their tires, or if you don't want to cause any attention until the tire blows up, you can actually use your fists to punch out tires. Number 13, you can still drive without tires. So after you've punched out your tires, if you want to get a little joyride and get some Tokyo drift action going on, you can actually drive your car without tires. And it's relatively stable with one tire missing, but if you have two tires missing, then it gets pretty hard. If all your tires are missing, you're going to be going at a very slow pace and you might as well be running. As you can see in this clip, with one tire missing, I'm keeping relatively straight, but then all of a sudden I spin out, and sometimes that can be very dangerous as you're going through red zones like this. Number 14. This should be pretty self-explanatory if you're playing with a team, but instead of telling your teammate where something is, go ahead and grab it for them and bring it to them instead. Unless you're in the same building and something's a second away or 2 seconds away, it's very nice to actually pick stuff up for your teammates and go ahead and drop them for them when you meet together. Now it's important to note, some items can't be collected, so backpacks, helmets, and armors, things that you can actually equip only one time. You can't bring something to a teammate or store extra, so you'll have to let them know about that. But ammo, health, attachments, grenades, anything like that, you can actually bring to your teammate and be a good teammate at the same time. Number 15. If you enter a car in a passenger seat, you can hold the A button to automatically switch to the driver's seat. I've noticed some people cycle through the seats to get to the driver's seat and then finally start driving, and that type of delay can get you killed or get your car blown up. So what you want to do, if you enter on the passenger side, or if you even enter in the back seat of a car or a bike or anything, you can actually hold the A button and you'll automatically switch to the driver's seat. Number 16. Use down players as bait. Or I guess you can just go ahead and kill them if you're a greedy bastard like me. In all seriousness, at times it is very important to not try and shoot the down player. It's very tempting to go ahead and get that kill, but quite often there's more imminent threats to take care of first before securing that kill. And note, if you kill the rest of that down player's team, you will go ahead and get that kill anyway. So you can use that down player as bait. Maybe their buddy will come over and try and heal him, and you can pick him off for an easy kill. So there are 16 tips and tricks that you definitely should know while playing PUBG. I hope you guys did enjoy the list. If you have any questions or comments, definitely let me know in the comment section below. But like I said, if you did like this video, go ahead and drop it a like. And if you want to see more content like this, hit subscribe. But until next time, I'll see you later.